Getting private things violated is the greatest concern of idols, especially those who are females, leading to the consequences of them being mentally tortured. Ironically, while the idols should be protected and those with a perverted intent should be punished, the victim-blaming mindset, deathmouth, and fatal curiosity have driven some people to worsen the already devastating consequences that the victims have to suffer. Opening to the long list of unwanted scandals is Nancy. While everyone was happily celebrating the beginning of 2021, Nancy had to spend her January dealing with a stressful situation, where the photos of her changing clothes behind the stage were leaked. When these images were first published in a secret group of 500 members, the fandom was seething to see how so many people together violated the idols' privacy. As recently reported, the suspect was not a Sasaeng fan who stalks idols. Instead, he was actually a staff member of the award ceremony Asia Artist Awards, or AAA, organized in Hanoi in 2019. Sadly enough, instead of mailing MLD Entertainment to prevent further consequences, people seem to be more interested in sharing this photo all over the internet. The leaked photo was even sold on Twitter and sent on different discords. The peak happened when people started discussing her body in that photo. Since Nancy used to have a hard time dealing with malicious words aimed at her body before, she literally went under a huge mental breakdown. Until now, Nancy still has great anxieties when appearing in public places. And being an idol, this is therefore completely not what you would expect on a daily basis. According to Nancy's company, she is still under severe emotional turmoil though 3 months have passed. And as if to add fuel to the fire, the management agency was late to release any official statement regarding Nancy's privacy, though fans and even other fandoms had joined hands, creating a 13,000-like post asking MLD Entertainment to react, pushing the hashtag #OurRainbowNancy on multiple social platforms, forcing this agency to take legal action against the pervert. Under such fierce pressure, MLD eventually sent out their official answer. The company also emphasized the importance of how everyone stopping sharing and instead mailing them whenever they saw these photos would drastically change the situation for the better and save the idols. Last but not least, the agency also claimed to find out the wrongdoer and take legal actions with no leniency. Still, the eventual question is, why did people point fingers at Nancy, making her the protagonist of the story, while the pervert who started all this was merely mentioned? In sexual harassment, the victim is for sure never to be blamed. Though Nancy is a strong girl and has overcome the situation, some had rather chosen an extreme option as a way of escape, since they were too scared of the public eyes, how people would judge them and blame them. In reality, we have Gu Hara as the epitome illustrating this saddening truth. Gu Hara is no doubt a victim, but you probably didn't know that back in the time when the scandal between her and her ex-boyfriend had just broke, not many people stood on her side. They said Hara had ruined her innocent image and didn't deserve to be called the Korean doll anymore. Netizens also mentally abused her by turning her into a frequent target of intense media attention and cyberbullying. And the last straw came when even Hara's agency terminated the contract, her whole career vanishing, leading to her later passing. Long before the Nancy case, the K-pop industry also had a heated argument towards the harassment that occurred to Shin Se-kyung and Bomi of A-Pink. Later on, it turned out this event had a strong connection with the infamous case Nth Chat Room. In September 2018, during filming for the cable network Olive's upcoming show, Pocha Beyond Borders, Shin Se-kyung and Bomi found a piece of suspicious unauthorized equipment in disguise of a battery charger in their room. According to Cho Ju-bin, a culprit, he hired a person to secretly record Shin Se-kyung and Bomi with the intention to blackmail them. Although the scheme failed, this was not a daily thing for both of them. Se-kyung and Bomi were totally shocked when they found those hidden gadgets, so they quickly reached out to the production staff for help. Obviously, the girls were put under extreme panic knowing their sensitive pictures could go somewhere on the online platforms that thousands of people can easily access. Later, Se-kyung shared some of her thoughts upon this event after a span of 2 months, wishing the wrongdoers got the punishment he deserved, and that the fear still stuck with her since then. What's even more infuriating about the criminal was that he even said he made a mistake by hiring such an inexperienced person to place the camera. This short sentence rang an alert to the Korean society, urging everyone to take the concern more seriously. Among the victims of harassment cases, Ailee was indeed the one luckily receiving the least criticism and having many people stand by her. However, the Korean Beyoncé still suffered quite a lot, and her career was also affected to some degree. Back in 2013, a series of sensitive photos said to be of Ailee were exposed on social media. The female singer later explained she took those photos for an underwear modeling agency. The recruiters required a full photo of her body without any clothes so they could see if she was suitable for the job. If you are a K-pop fan, the online news site called All K-pop must be so familiar to you already. And this turned out to be where Ailee's ex-boyfriend was working at the time. After being asked to take the sensitive photos, Ailee came to her ex to complain. He then told her to send those photos over. Ailee did so, and right after that, the photos were all over the internet, making this man the #1 suspect. Despite the fact that Ailee had promptly explained everything very clearly, some netizens insisted on what they wanted to believe, that Ailee was not a clean artist. Though she had reported to the local police shortly after her photos started spreading on the internet, Ailee and her family were deeply worried and uneasy, knowing the harshness of the K-pop industry. Her career encountered a bit of a stumble afterwards, when most of the advertising contracts were solely breached by partners due to their saying that netizens had a bad impression of her. But luckily, Ailee's fans and many other people still stood by her side, defended her, and pointed out the ex-boyfriend and that modeling agency were the problem here, and that they should be the focus of this mess, not Ailee. Thanks to such kind people, Ailee could eventually avoid the worst consequences. 2018 seems to be a year of spy cam crises, as a 4-member girl group under JS Entertainment, Laisha, were also reported to be the victims of spy cams. Particularly, on the 29th of August, the leader Go-eun posted on Instagram that her private body areas were captured in photos and videos. However, she was quick enough to seek legal help and eventually made the culprit pay the price. After that, people found hidden cameras installed everywhere, from the dressing rooms, private cars, and bedrooms with the angle from the bottom up. Despite being victims, the public reactions towards Laisha were polarized. While one side chose to defend the girls, the other gave a cold shoulder and believed that the group was playing dirty to gain more attention. Although Go-eun had multiple times emphasized that there's no way her manager or any member of the team made these things up, sadly enough, not everyone chose to be on their side. So that's the end of this video. Do you think victim blaming in K-pop will ever go away? What should we, as K-pop fans, do to protect our idols from such toxic mindsets? Don't hesitate to comment your opinions down below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV, since we'll be back with more interesting videos. Thank you for watching.